Hi, what is up, everyone, and welcome to Coin News Sessions with Jolo Baklig. This is a podcast where we play around with random words, coin them, and turn them into a deeper and sensible meaning. So just sit back and join me on another session to know the random word of the day. And hi, guys, and what is up? Are you down for another Coin News session? Ayan. So guys, another week of the modified enhanced community quarantine or the MECQ. So kamusta naman? I hope everyone's coping up. I know it's very hard. It's been already like 5 months, I think. Yeah. So I hope everyone's safe. And just to share with everyone, just a few moments ago, we were having a Zoom meeting with my relatives. So we were just catching up from Houston, Canada, New York, Riyadh, Washington. And nakakamiss. It's hard to be far from your relatives or from your family. And nakakamiss yung presence of each and every one. Diba? And we can never guarantee the things that can happen in the future, diba? And with all the things that are happening right now, it's really hard to predict what would be our next steps, or what would be our next plans, or the goals that you're thinking, diba, na when are we going to see each other again, even with your friends, diba? Or like with your loved ones, diba? Basically, it's hard to predict the future. And with that idea, I had another koinotic. Okay ba yun, koinotic? Or I had another koinobable idea. Diba? So help me out with that. I want to use that, pero I don't know which would be better, koinotic or koinobable. Ayan, so comment down or just message me if what would be the better one. But I had another koinyo idea. Alright, so let me introduce to you the word of the day. And with that, the word of the day is future. Ayan, there you go. So the word that we will be talking about today is future. Ayan, so mahirap. Future. And ikaw, are you a futuristic type of person ba? Do you love watching sci-fi? Ako kasi I love Star Wars, so mga Back to the Future ganyan. So I love watching this stuff. Pero yung pagdating na sa personal mo and you'll talk about the future, it's really hard, diba? But from the word future mismo, there are two words that we can actually coin. So the first one is, diba, future. So the first one is foot, meaning paa. And the next one is sure. Sure meaning sigurado in Tagalog, diba? So foot sure, diba? It's kind of weird on how can you be sure with your future, diba? So but looking at the definition, diba, when we say future, it's like it's the time that is, or with what the dictionary would say, it's like the moment that happens after the present, diba? Or something that will exist or that will happen in time, or something that will happen to come, diba? And when we say ano naman, if we say sure, this is like 100%. And nakita ko sa dictionary, it says like you are confident in what one thinks or knows, or having no doubt that one is right. So ibig sabihin talaga, you are very confident, you are sure na sure of this, 'di ba? So pagsasamahin lang natin yung foot and yung sure. Kasi 'di ba, when we use our foot, 'di ba, we step our foot ahead of us so we can move forward, right? Di ka naman makakalakad if di ka makakalakad if hindi ka tatapak, 'di ba? If you will not move your foot ahead of you, 'di ba? So, bakit, 'di ba? Yun yung question eh. How? But how are we going to be sure with our foot and make it a good future? 'Di ba? It's hard to answer, and mostly you'll get answers like the future would be it's nothing but it's all about the choices that we make right now. 'Di ba? The future is nothing but the choices that we make here in the present that that gave us impact before from our past. Do you get what I mean? So it's hard. It's hard to see the future if we only have the power or we have the car of Marty McFly from Back to the Future. It will be fun, 'di ba? Ang sarap balikan-balikan ng mga bagay-bagay, pero apparently we're still not on that kind of future, 'di ba? But there's one thing that I can share to you guys, to all the viewers and to all who are listening to this podcast episode about future, is that and I'm sure of this kasi if we put our future in the hands of the Lord God Almighty, parang you put sure, if we put our future and our plans to Him, definitely mas sigurado. How? Okay, how? Kasi I am clinging on this verse. It's on the Bible. It says in Proverbs 19. Ano ba yan? Naano ko with my mouth. It says the Proverbs 19, verses 20 to 21. It says there that many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Yeah. So on the first one, many are the plans in a person's heart. Yes, we have so many plans, we have so many goals, we have so many things in our mind or in our plate that we want to do. Diba? And that's true. I myself, I have many plans for my future, for my life in general, in my career, with the money that I have, with my family and everything. I have my own plans, diba? But it says here kasi na it's the Lord's purpose that prevails, diba? So sometimes the plans that we have might not happen because God's plans are better than ours. Diba? Like for example, I have this experience way back 2017. I'm not sure if 2017 or 2018. Kasi I wanted to go to New Zealand. I wanted to go to New Zealand to live there talaga and to find a job. And yeah, kasi they say, diba, mas okay doon. Konti lang yung tao, hindi masyadong populated, and okay naman yung income doon and everything as an HR. So I wanted to go there. I want to experience life there. Diba? So nangyari na siya. Someone contacted me already. I sent my CV, they reviewed my CV, and they are scheduling me for an interview. But I got shocked na ganun kabilis. And kinabahan ako kasi parang wait lang. Am I really sure? Kasi when I got that invitation for the interview, I am not yet certain. Hindi pa ako 100% sure. I want to, but I'm not confident with that decision yet. Diba? So what I did, aside from telling it to my parents, I also talked to God. Kasi me as a Christian talaga, as a Catholic, and growing up in our Catholic community, talagang in every decision that I make, I ask God. And I hope that you are doing this, or you can start doing it. Okay, so what I did is I just talked to him like, is this really your plan, or am I just biased because this is what I want? Diba? You have something like that eh. But I tried to read my Bible, and then apparently I read a message. Unfortunately I forgot and I didn't take it down yet, the message, but it goes something like, he wanted me to stare. He wanted me to stay where I am right now. So like, it's more of like, stay where you are planted. So like, okay, when I got that message, so probably dito lang muna ako sa Philippines for the meantime. So yeah, and since tinikin consideration ko na din yung ibang sinasabi ng ibang tao na parang, take ano muna, try to think about it first, ganyan, kasi daming hindrances eh. So what I did, okay, fine, I won't respond muna dun sa invitation. So I declined, hindi na ako nag-proceed. So I said to him na, tell me na lang if it's ready na. Diba? So I asked God, okay, up to you. Although medyo nalungkot ako nung kasi that's the opportunity eh. But yun nga, the Lord's purpose still prevails. Why? Because after that, let me share to you guys. After that, I got a job where I am happy and where I grew to become a better human resource. Kasi HR ako eh. I'm an HR recruiter. So, after that, naging happy naman ako with the pay that I have, with the friends that I have, with the experience that I have, and I believe without that experience, wala ako ngayon sa job ko ngayon, which I am more happy and I'm more satisfied with what I am doing. So, yun lang yung parang gusto kong takeaway nyo na his decision still lasts. Diba? Kasi if I will look at it, diba? If I will decide with my own hands, baka may tendency na hindi ako maging happy. Kasi baka hindi pa ako ready for that type of life. Diba? Baka mamiss ko yung parents ko. Yung fact nga lang na namimiss ko na yung relatives ko. Nag-Zoom meeting lang kami. It's kind of hard. What more pa right now, diba? I mean, if that happened when I'm in New Zealand, tapos COVID pa, hindi ako makaka-uwi. Mga ganyan stuff. So, if I put my foot in God's plans or in His ways, I'm sure that my future will be brighter. And definitely, mas sure, diba? Kasi syempre, dun na tayo sa mas sure. Diba? So, I'm very thankful and I'm very happy na I placed my foot to Him, and I am sure that He will take care of my future. And so, with that, I would like to share another set of acronym. Ayan, syempre with Koinyo Sessions, hindi kompleto yan without the acronym. Diba? So, with your foot, what do you have to do with your foot? Syempre, with your foot, yung paa nyo, you have to be sure about it. But how are you going to be sure? Diba? How are you going to be sure about it? So, with the 4 letters ng word na sure, so that's S-U-R-E. So, I made an acronym for that. So, the first things that you should do so that you can secure your future with God is first, letter S is you have to surrender. Ayan, you have to surrender your plans to Him. Diba? I know it's gonna be hard, but I think it's better to just share your plans. Of course, He already knows your plan, but at least talk to Him. Like, Lord, I don't know what to do. I am surrendering this to You. Ikaw nang bahala dito. Parang ganun lang. Parang, I don't know what to do, Lord. Diba? Parang with our friends or with our parents. Bahala na, sige na. Go. Diba? Parang pag walang-wala na, sige, go. Go lang. Ano, bahala na. Diba? And it's important that we surrender all our plans to Him. Diba? Mahirap man, gusto mo man yan, or hindi mo man gusto yan, you just have to surrender. And number tuloy, letter U is, of course, for you to surrender, you have to understand His ways. And I think it this is also crucial because you won't surrender any of your plans to anyone na hindi mo naman kilala, 'di ba? Like for example, if architect ka or engineer ka, like may ginawa kang blueprint, tapos isusurrender mo, ibibigay mo yun sa client mo na hindi mo naman kilala, 'di ba? So you surrender your plans to the person na kilala mo at at credible na alam mong ganito pala siya. So I think for you to understand his ways, you should know him better. 'Di ba? So you should understand na and learn na God can do all things. Talaga, like he can do miracle and all those impossible things. Like itong New Zealand, I have this plan pero I tried to surrendering it to him and then I know that he will take care of me. And because I understand na he's that type of God who loves me and who will never fail me. 'Di ba? And ayun, after that, nakuha ko naman yung magandang job. Meron ako magandang experience. 'Di ba? So, I think after surrendering, you have to understand. And of course, letter R is you have to rely or trust in Him. Ayan. Siyempre, I think this is connected din naman with surrendering kasi you won't really give your ideas to anyone na you don't trust, 'di ba? Like hindi mo naman sasabihin sa family mo na sige, wag niyo munang kainin tong chocolate na to ha, ganyan. or pag kayo sa mga pamilya niyo, 'di ba, pag meron kayong anak, ipapaiwan niyo sa kakilala niyo, sa friends niyo. Na sige, pabantay muna nitong anak ko. Sa inyo muna, aalis lang ako. 'Di ba? So we don't give something to the people who we don't trust, 'di ba? Or we don't rely, 'di ba? So I think for us to make our future na mas maganda is we have to trust in Him. We have to believe na hindi tayo capable of fixing our future kasi siya lang ang may alam ng future natin and alam niya yung magandang plan for us. Ayan. And of course, after you surrender your plans to Him, after you understand His ways, after you rely or trust in Him, lastly, ito na yung malupit, guys, is letter E, you just have to excitingly wait for His surprise in the future for you. O, di ba, ang saya ng ganung klaseng surprise na mabibigla ka na lang eh. Kasi parang, oy, di ko in-expect, meron pala akong iPhone 11 Pro. Diba? Or wow, hindi ko in-expect, meron akong PS5. Wow! Sana. Diba? Parang, just excitingly wait for a surprise in the future for you. Diba? Kasi, you don't know eh. Siya lang may alam talaga eh. Just like, ito malupitan talaga to na, I believe in 2017 then, I was just hoping to be, or parang it's my desire to join in one of our missions in our community, pupunta sa ibang countries, ganyan. Tapos, you'll go on a mission, conference, ganyan. Then, I never knew I will be chosen to be part of the mission team who will go to Uganda, Africa. And that's for a week. Diba? So, I was just desiring it. I was just hoping. Parang I'm just setting up my mind na. Pero God knows talaga eh. He has a better plan. And yung plan niya is, sinabi niya, like, nabasa ko siya sa somewhere like sa jeep. Nakakatawa to eh. Nakalagay lang yung verse. Luke 4:43. So, pagka-uwi ko, binasa ko siya. So, nung binasa ko yung verse, ang sabi doon, sabi sa Luke 4 verse 43, I must proclaim the good news of the kingdom of God to the other towns also, because that is why I was sent. So, parang, grabe Lord, confirmation mo talaga to na ako yung gusto mong papuntahin ng Uganda. Diba? Parang parang may assurance talaga ako na si Lord talaga yung nagpapapunta sa akin na parang, wow, I didn't expect this. Diba? Parang ang saya ng future. Diba? Na parang, God has indeed a wonderful plan for our future. Diba? For our future. And yun lang naman, I know very blurry yung ating future ngayon, especially with this pandemic. But I think as we as we move our foot forward, we have to be sure kay God. We have to make sure na we will surrender our plans to Him, that we will understand His ways, that we will rely or trust in Him, and of course, we will excitingly wait for His surprise. Diba? And ayun lang. And after that, if we can do all those stuff, definitely our future will be brighter. Our future will be better. It will be bigger, and we will be happier and satisfied with what's happening right now because siya lang talaga. Diba? Siya lang talaga malakas. Yeah. So I hope guys you learned at least something from this session. So that's gonna be it for a quick Koinyo sessions with Zolo Baklig. So tune in to our next episode for another word, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.